Hello everybody, this is Debbie, from Teacher Success Coach. Hope that you guys are well. I haven't been on for a while because I have been extremely tired. We went back on Thursday with teachers training last week, and also Friday was training, but I went in on Friday because we had to, because it was a new school I'm going in, so there will be some pieces I was doing. And we started on Monday with the students coming in. Monday we did induction. Oh my goodness. Talking about tiredness. And then Tuesday we had the students come in. Monday the student came in for half day. Tuesday was they actually came in fully. When I got home on Tuesday, I was totally exhausted. And we've only just gone in 2 days. And the rest of the week, it's just been really tiring. And today I thought, okay, let me come on to do a live just to say to people that we are back in school and what it's been like. I'm in a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic school. It really is lovely. Sorry, it's lovely for a number of reasons. It's very close to my house, so it takes me about half an hour to get there. So that's really brilliant in terms of time factor, etc. It's a very big school as well. I haven't taught in such a big school in terms of, the number of students, because my classes are quite huge. I'm only teaching psychology, but I have my year 11 classes, 22 students, 25. The smallest group I have is, I think, 27. And then I have a year 12 group. There are 29 in the year 12, so that's a big group. But my year 13 groups are nice and standard size. They are 12 and 14, which is quite nice because that's normal size. But it's been really, really fantastic, but I've been so tired. That's why I have not been coming on, because I had good intention of coming on every day to talk about my life, talk about my win, talk about the word for the day. But I wasn't able to do that. Yesterday when I came home, I was so exhausted. I just wanted my bed. And I did have my bed. So I thought, okay, today's Friday. Let me come on now. And then from next week, I'll be coming on as normal. Because I think I'm getting used to the idea of being in school. I think the reason why I've been tired as well, you had time off work. We had 6 weeks off, so therefore there wasn't a routine. So it's getting back into the routine. I think that is also quite tiring. So I think that's what actually made me tired for this week. So next week I'll be back to normal. Let me just tell you about the school I'm in. It's a school of 2,000 plus students, so it's a big school. And one of the things I find in that school, some of the students are very robotic. By that I mean, it's like sit in rows, face the front, stop talking, things like that. And when they actually come to the class, they take out the books and they start writing. They're copying all the notes from the book, textbook. I said to them, no, we don't work like that. You need to understand the topic before you start writing it. So we need to summarize the topic instead of just copying from the book, because copying from the book doesn't equal understanding. So that was the first thing I need to sort out with them. And I had a year, I think it was Wednesday, I had a year 13 group. I said to them, the lesson finished because I finished at, I think, 4:15. I said to them, thank you very much, guys. Have a fantastic evening. Take care, and I'll see you guys next week. I'm packing away my bags, my books and stuff. When I look up, I saw the students were still there. I said, what are you guys still doing there? Miss, we're waiting for you to dismiss us. I said, really? I said, the fact that I said, thank you very much and have a great evening, I thought that was dismissed. No, you have to formally dismiss them. That's something I need to get used to as well. Because when you're actually dismissing them, they get up, they stand up behind the chair, and then you dismiss them either row by row or you dismiss them in a full class. That's not only for the year 13, that's also for the year 11s and year 12s. So that's something I need to actually get used to. But apart from that, it's a really nice school in terms of the students are very well behaved. Yes, I'm not saying that they're not noisy. Yes, they're noisy, but when you say to them, whatever year group you're teaching, when you call out the year group, they're quiet. So what I tend to do is, put my hand up and say, year 11s, they're good. Yesterday I was covering, I think it was a biology class. I had to cover the class for 2 hours, 2 lessons. Again, they write copying from the book and answering questions, very robotic. They were very noisy, and I said, year 11, come on guys, you need to settle down. The class was quiet. So that's something I need to get used to in terms of how quiet they become very quickly. So those are some of the things I'm quite liking from that school. One of the factors is quite close to my home. One of the things that could be challenging, the classes are very big. I'm not used to such big classes when you're doing A-levels. But I guess I'll get used to that. And the other thing is trying to get the students to be proactive other than being passive. Because I also noticed a lot of them are very passive because they're so used to be told, sit down in rows and summarize from the textbook. So when I actually gave them group work to do today, they all got the books out and they're just copying from the book. I said, no. I want you guys in group to read it, discuss it, and then come and feed it in front of the class. And because I had them for 3 lessons. So by the second lesson, we were good. Because after they've read it, they were discussing it among the group, which was fantastic. And then they actually used the whiteboard to mind map. That was exciting because they really understood the topic. So that was a really good session in terms of, they actually reading it up and mind mapping it on the board. And that was good. And they've actually learned quite a lot from that because I did ask them to summarize what they've understood from the session. And the level of summary was brilliant. So it was very clear that they understood what they were writing as a group on the board as mind map because they were able to summarize, and that was a really good session. Right, I then asked them what they were taking away from the session, so they actually took away some bits of understanding, etc. So that was quite good. One of the things I say to all my groups, because I saw all my groups, most of my groups this week, because the majority, they've got 5 or 6, 5 psychology group for year 11, year 12 got 3, year 13 got 3, I think, because my session is only psychology. No sociology, no other subject, just psychology. I haven't taught only psychology for a long time now, so it's quite nice to just focusing on my psychology. So I said to the student, one of the things that I'm there to do is empower them. I am not there to spoon feed them. And they look at me in shock. I said, yes. I said, my role is to empower you and not to spoon feed you. I then said to them that it's like looking at it this way. It's like teaching a man or teaching an individual to fish, right? Which means they'll always have food for life instead of giving them a fish. I am not there to give them a fish. I am there to teach them how to fish. So my job is to empower them and teach them how to navigate the subject area, but they also need to, that's for them to do. I am not spoon feeding them. So that was a little bit shock for them because it was quite obvious that they were used to being spoon fed. So that's, that's something I did with my year 11s and year 13s today. Next week I have year 12, so I have to repeat all the process again. Yeah, so that's basically what happened, for me today. The rest of the week is like a blur because I was so tired I couldn't function. So today I decided that I need to get myself together and remind myself that, okay, you're here, but you cannot, you need to get it sorted. So I'm beginning to get it sorted. By next week, I'll be good. Because next week, I know, okay, you're back to school, from 8 o'clock until 3:15 or 3:10, and you're sorted. So by next week, I'll be good. But this week, it was just a struggle to get my head around all the things I'm meant to be doing. Because anytime you go into a new school, things are so different. It's like getting it, getting things sorted, etc. Another thing that this school really, which I quite like in the school, every Friday, they would, they give, I suppose it's like you say treats, but it's a lot of, a whole basket of fruits for the teachers. And they have things like cakes and, biscuits and all of that. So on Fridays, that SLT bring a treat for the staff, fruits and things like that, which is quite nice. Because I have not seen that at any of the schools I've worked at, whereby on a Friday, the teachers are given, fruits and, cakes and creams and things like that. So it was quite nice to see that when I actually got up to the staff room. Overall, it's a nice school, but the only challenge is it's quite a huge school, and me just trying to get used to it. But so far, I'm just loving it because, as you guys know, when I'm teaching, I'm in my element. So I have been in my element all week, very tired, but in my element. And the students are connecting, which is wonderful. So by next week, I'll be seeing my year 12. They've already been told, because the students keep on telling each other, when I had the second year group today, year 13, they already know everything about me. They already know what I've, in terms of what I've asked them to do. Because one thing I'm doing with them is mirror work and, self-love, etc. That's my first lesson. The first hour. We spend the first hour talking about, how to love yourself and how to feel that you're good enough, and talking about, in terms of where they're at, and setting the scene in terms of, it doesn't matter what teachers are telling them, you need to start believing in yourself. So my first hour is about that. So I had most of the group talking about that today for the whole week. When I got to year 10, 12 this afternoon, they said to me, "Oh yes, miss, we know about looking in the mirror and telling yourself how much you love yourself, etc." So it's interesting how much, once there's a new teacher there, how much they already go and telling the rest of the group. So that was, that was quite interesting. Anyway, guys, I'll see you all next week, Monday. Oh, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next week, I'm starting my show again. My female educator roundtable, my homeschool education, and mental health. So next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, my shows start. And if you're interested in being part of it, just message me, because I'm looking for female educators to talk about their journey in schools, post-COVID, what are the issues they're experiencing, etc. There's a lot, because we've seen a lot of issues in terms of mental health. And also homeschooling. Some people have actually decided to do homeschooling instead of sending their children back to the physical classroom. And the next one I'm looking at is mental health. Mental health is a big thing. All the schools I've been in, it's a big thing. And I've been to a lot of schools in the last 3-4 years, right? It's a big thing, whereby in terms of how teachers are talking to the students, how children are actually responding, how teachers are not talking to the student. Because when you're not talking to your student, it also affects them in terms of their mental health. And when you're actually talking to students who are shy and wanting them to communicate with you in the big forum, that's also an issue. That also causes mental health. So as educators, we need to be mindful how we navigate with these young people, because any mistake we make, they're going downhill. Right, so those are my 3 shows for next week, and I've got quite a lot of people, but I'm always looking for more people. So if any of you guys are interested, DM me or just send me a message on my platform, and I'll contact you guys. Anyway, take care, stay blessed, and I'll see you all on Monday, when I'll be talking about what's going on in the day. Oh, I forget, what's your win? What are you grateful for? Well, one of my big gratitude is the school I'm in is very close to my home. Secondly, it's relatively cheap for me to travel to the school I'm in, which is beautiful. Right. Another thing is the behavior problem in that school is not very great. There isn't a real behavior problem. So those are the things I'm grateful for. My win, new set of students, and they're on the ball already. Although they're robotic, I need to change that around. But in terms of them understanding the topic, that was wonderful because they were able to summarize what we did. Right. What is your win? What are you grateful for? Every day you need to identify a win, and every day you need to identify what you're grateful for. There's so many things we have to be grateful for. We've all made it today. Anyway, guys, take care, stay blessed, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.